What's one piece of life advice you would give them that you wish you were given?
Does it have to be a piece of advice I've never been given, or can it be one I've actually been given?
One that you've been given. Just good advice.
The best advice or saying I was given is when I was a kid, my dad and we bonded over work. Like me and my dad have a work relationship, which is very odd. Like as a kid, my dad was busy traveling salesman, so I would go travel on the road with him. And then my dad would get home on the weekends. We didn't have time to hang out. My dad doesn't like sports, so we'd rake the yard together, wash the cars together, something like that. And I remember my dad one day we were raking pine needles in Washington State. That's all we have is pine needles, no leaves. And my dad saying, your grandfather used to tell me, you better learn to love to work because you're going to do it the rest of your life. And it always stuck with me. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's just like a catchy phrase or whatever. And part of it, I think, was like, for me, there was always that benefit. Like I got to spend time with my dad when I worked. So it was like, I'm working, but we're like talking about, school or whatever. And then I got older and it was talking about businesses and business strategy and economy and all kinds of random topics that, I don't know, a 14-year-old's probably not talking to their parents about. But I think it's true. I mean, no matter what you do in life, it's work. And so if you just realize like you're going to have to work no matter what you do. I mean, even like this podcast, right? You're doing the podcast for fun, but it's work. It's a job. There's editing, which I don't know about you, but I hate to edit. And then you're having to like schedule things. Like everything you do in life is going to be work. And so as soon as you realize like, just enjoy what you're doing. Like it's the weird thing of like a lot of people like to mow the grass. I'm one of these people. Like it's just like, it's relaxing to like just do something. I'm not thinking really. I don't have to like solve any sort of problem. There's no stress. There's no timeline. Like you're just going through the motions. But I think for a lot of young people, if you really learn just to enjoy the process of working, even when it's stuff that you hate to do, like just realize like, I'm just doing it. Like I'm just going through the motions. I think you'll do much better at life because you always realize like there's just something other challenge to complete. And I think that's why a lot of people ask like, how are you doing this? Right? I run full time. I'm the head of a division at a fintech startup, which takes up enormous amounts of my time and it's tons of headaches. And then I have a team and employees and all that to manage there. And then I come home and I have a family. So I have 2 young girls, a wife, and I live on 1.25 of an acre and I run a small little homestead. We garden like 420 square feet of garden. I manage 2 beehives. And then I hate paying people to do anything. So like downstairs, like I pulled an axle out of a car last weekend, swapped out a CV joint with it. And then there's a bad ball joint. So I take the ball joint out and like fixing cars and working on that. And then I'm building a 1996 Ford Fairlane downstairs. I'm like, I've never welded before. Let's figure out how to weld, right? I mean, it can't be that hard. And so people look at it and they go, well, how are you doing all this? And I think part of it is, for me, it's work, but it's not like grueling work of like, I don't want to do it. It's like, I don't have enough time to do everything I want to do, but everything I've done work-wise, like I enjoy doing. Like I enjoy dropping a transmission out of a car and swapping it out. And part of me, like the part that hates it is like, I got a deadline. Like, I need that car for Monday to get to work and I should have just dropped it off at the shop and it would have been easier and I have the money to pay people. But I think it's that work ethic that you just start to build in. And I think if young people got more of the work ethic and they just had the drive to get things done, you'll end up in a position where like there's always infinite opportunity in front of you. And so you can always figure something out. There's never like this dead end job where it's like, I'm stuck. I don't have the right degree. I'm not in the right spot in my life. There's always kind of something to do here. So I think the work ethic piece is something I wish more young people would do. And I'm hoping to instill in my kids of like, I make my kids come out. My 4-year-old was mowing the grass with me last week. It's got like the self-propelled. And so I'm like, you want to learn to mow? And she's like, yeah, this would be really fun. I'm like, I know working is fun. Let's try this out. And so I've got her mowing the grass and, but yeah, I think work ethic is probably the hardest skill to learn, but something that just takes a lot of practice from parents. And I think by the time you're 20, 22, 24, often it's too late. Like it's hard to learn to change gears.